Uh, Good morning and happy hump day, everybody. Oh, sorry, my computer was. That's weird. Oh, it was just taking forever to load. Like, it's weird. I typed in the 4-digit passcode to get into my computer, and it was going black for a while. Like, what happened? Oh, okay. So, on my computer, it's random, like, what the screensaver is. Not screensaver, but, like, you know, when you turn on your computer and, like, the background everywhere. I gotta show you guys this. It's a red panda! Oh, it's so cute! Oh my god! Like, I was not expecting this. It's so adorable. Okay, man, that's my high right there. But no, there's more to it than that. So I would definitely say that my low was, I guess I probably did too good of a job sleeping in this morning because I really should have gotten up earlier, but I didn't. My high is, well, I would say the red panda, but that's cheating simply because it just happened right now. My high is I got to see my family yesterday, my mom, my dad, and it was a lot of fun. We had a really nice dinner of sausage, peppers, onions, and Brussels sprouts, which goes into my act of kindness. I helped make dinner. I made the Brussels sprouts. And I also took out the garbage horn. So it was a rather eventful day. So, okay, I swear, I don't mean to keep doing these sorts of videos, but when one of your favorite comedians at the moment has a new special on Netflix, I have to talk about that. So for those of you guys who don't know, there's this one comedian who over the last, I would say, year and a half, has really been growing in popularity to the point where his name is becoming almost synonymous with all things pop culture. I'm talking, of course, of Matt Rife. Now, I was slightly late to the Matt Rife train because I remember, like, roughly this time last year particularly, where everybody, and I mean everybody I knew, was talking about all things Matt Rife. Like, one of my favorite memes about Matt Rife ever was that one scene of The Simpsons where Homer is in a lesbian bar, and they're all talking Matt Rife, Matt Rife, Matt Rife, Matt Rife, Matt Rife. And then, like, there's that, and there's an arrow saying me, pointing at Homer. Homer's just like, as if he has no idea what's going on. Like, that was me. So, I checked out Matt Rife. I mean, I first saw him on Wild 'N Out, because there's old clips of him on Wild 'N Out, and he really was funny. He absolutely was very funny. But I'm like, okay, there's no way this is all they're talking about. So I did a little research, and currently, while the man's been doing stand-up all over the country, he's already got 5 stand-up specials. 3 on YouTube and 2 on Netflix. So, obviously I saw his first one, which was OnlyFans. And then I saw Matthew Stephen Rife. Stephen was the name of his grandfather, who sadly passed away. And then he did a stand-up special on YouTube called Red Flag. Now, this was actually very interesting because one of the things Matt Rife is known for is he does really great crowd work. That's basically when a stand-up comedian, you know, talks to the audience, plays back and forth with them a little bit in a good way, you know, gets the audience laughing and agreeing with him, stuff like that. Basically, you know, it's just something some comedians do. I personally never done stand-up, but, I could definitely see myself doing crowd work in my act if I ever did, because crowd work can be very funny, and it is very funny. And as the name of the special suggested, Red Flag was basically Matt Rife doing crowd work, asking questions what red flags are. Specifically, if you don't know what a red flag is, it's there's somebody that you like or you want to be with, but there's something about them that sort of makes you stay on edge or kind of gives you some second thoughts as to whether or not you actually want to be with that person. We call them red flags. Like, red flags really could be as simple as, oh, this person doesn't like the same football team that you do. To, I don't know, maybe, well, unfortunately some red flags are also really personal. Like maybe a person you like is taking medication in which you don't believe in or makes you feel uneasy, I guess. Like, red flags really could be anything that kind of gives you like a warning sign, I guess. That's why they're called red flags. But it was a really fun special. It wasn't long until just last year where Matt Rife had a stand-up special on Netflix called Natural Selection. And that was hilarious. I was so happy when I found out he was on Netflix finally, because if anyone deserved a Netflix special, it was definitely Matt Rife. And now we get into today, because, well, technically yesterday, because that's when the special was released on Netflix. But Matt Rife has a new special on Netflix called Lucid. Like Red Flag, it was also a crowd work only special. The very first crowd work special on Netflix. Matt Rife even said that himself. It's the first crowd work special ever on Netflix. And he did it in, I want to say he did it in Charlotte, is where the special took place. Where, in a comedy club that he's been to many times. So he thought, why not do it there? Now, lucid has several terms, but in this case, lucid means lucid dreaming. Now, if you don't know what lucid dreaming is, and keep in mind, I've never had this experience before. I've never ever seen it in real life, but essentially what a lucid dream is, because mostly when you go to sleep, you dream and you have no idea like what's going on. In a lucid dream, not only do you know what's going on, but you can actually control the things going on around you, which seems really kind of cool. Until you figure out that, it's possible things are going so good that when your alarm hits, you wake up feeling kind of awful because you're having such a good dream, and then you wake up and then things are just not good. And, I mean, listen, everybody has dreams. I have a funny story. Like, not quite long after I first moved into this apartment, I was given a dream catcher. Thinking, okay, I'll hang it up just for laughs. And no kidding, that first night was the best night of sleep I had in forever. I didn't dream like a thing at all. I just like woke up the next day like, holy cow, it actually worked. That actually worked. So, take that what you will. And with all that said, that was essentially the theme of this special. I mean, yes, it was crowd work, but the main topic on hand was, dreaming. Not just the kinds of dreams where you fall asleep. Maybe, for some, there were people in the crowd who had aspirations or dreams of what they wanted to do going forward. There are some that are actually currently living the dreams that they wanted to pursue. And that's awesome. There are also those who, unfortunately, had dreams, but either they didn't come to fruition, or perhaps maybe they did achieve what they wanted to do, but it didn't live up to their expectations. And of course, because this is a stand-up comedy special, he had to talk about wet dreams. I mean, listen, I say this pretty much about every single time I've ever talked about a stand-up special that I've recently seen. Whether it was Dave Chappelle's The Dreamer or Taylor Tomlinson's Have It All. Comedy is subjective. You're either going to like the person on stage telling jokes, or you're not. And Matt Rife really is no different from that category. You are either going to like what Matt Rife says on stage, or you're not. And I will admit, when I first saw Matt Rife and started hearing about how great he was, I definitely was skeptical. But as soon as I saw him do his thing, I'm like, okay, now I get like what he's doing. And I can't help but laugh at it. Matt Rife is just really funny. He is. And then also, and again, I've said this many times, I'll say it again. Good comedy makes you laugh. Great comedy makes you both laugh and think. And for sure, Matt Rife has definitely done that more times in the past. Here, he did that again. Because, for starters, I mean, listen, that one thing Matt Rife gets criticized for is something that I mentioned earlier. It's that he's known for doing crowd work. He literally got to the point in the show where he's trying to talk to someone in the audience, but he was having a slightly difficult time. And it's like, for those of you who say crowd work is easy, is it? Like, he literally, in a way, he kind of like, he basically flipped the bird to all of his haters who make fun of the fact he does crowd work, which I can most definitely get behind that. Also, I mean, yes, this was for all intents and purposes a crowd work special, but to literally talk about one topic, which was dreaming, and stay on that topic for the duration of the special, like, that's hard to do. I mean, when you watch really good stand-up specials, I mean, obviously comedians on stage telling jokes, usually about life, or, you know, something that happened to them, or possibly what-if scenarios. Comedy in that regard runs the gamut. However, again, there are different jokes about different stories, sometimes even about different people. Throughout the duration of this special, Matt Rife really did keep things on task. Again, it was about dreaming, and that's exactly the topic that he focused on for the duration of the 54 minutes special. Which, that reminds me, this special was only 54 minutes. It's not long. I mean, most stand-up specials are usually an hour, which, is good. But, here's the thing. Even the best stand-up specials can be like, okay, this special is going on for quite a while, we can wrap this up. I didn't feel like it was that long. This was a solid, brisk 54-minute special. And it was funny, it was engaging, it kept things on task. I mean, Matt Rife has figured out that something that a lot of comedians, even really good comedians nowadays, struggle with. And that's the fact that as long as you know what you're doing, you really could make a special based on one specific topic and, keep the audience engaged. And that's actually why, I think that's why Matt Rife gets criticized for crowd work. Because, it definitely keeps the audience engaged, makes the audience laugh. And listen, there have been plenty of times I've seen Matt Rife on YouTube, because he'll upload some of the stuff he does on YouTube, where, sometimes the crowd doesn't agree with him and stuff like that. That happens with every comedian. But I think the fact that Matt Rife talked about such a relatable topic and doing crowd work, keeping the audience engaged, that was like the secret recipe for success. And I had a blast watching this special. To be honest, I almost wanted to watch it again last night, but I got really tired and I need to get some sleep. But trust me, if I'm ever bored, or, if I'm looking for something to do, if anyone's looking for something to do, please watch Lucid, watch Matt Rife's Netflix special, Lucid. Trust me, you're going to be in, if you are a Matt Rife fan, please give this a watch. Matt Rife, whether or not you want to say this is for better or for worse, he is like the future of stand-up. He is. Again, you could say that's either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what your overall opinion of the subject is. But I think it's a good thing. You got people like Matt Rife and Taylor Tomlinson, like these young and hungry comedians who really want to, make people laugh. There will always be a place for stand-up. And thankfully you have people like Matt Rife who remind us all of that. So, I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm the home this video. Before you guys watch the show, we have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk channels, be your lunch back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.